We all have bad habits. Some small, like scrolling on your phone for too long. Others kind of creep into your life, like when you're at the grocery store, or when you're supposed to be at the gym, or when you're procrastinating on a project. Um, for me, in my cases, the bad habits that I was building in some of these areas uh, were affecting my life and holding me back more than I realized. It's easy to lose track of time when you're stuck in bad habits. But the thing is, recognizing those bad habits is a first step towards breaking those bad habits. You got to be able to identify where you're lacking. Today, I'm taking you through two of my biggest struggles: my bad habits at the grocery store and my bad habits at the gym, and what I'm doing to finally break those bad habits. Hands down, this has to be one of those bad habits that's been the hardest for me to kick. Onions, Montrose, snacks, garbage bags. So at the grocery store, it's so easy to grab stuff you know you don't need. And that's a habit that I try hard to curb, but you know, it's hard sometimes. One of the lessons that I've learned in curbing this habit is keeping bad stuff out of my cart. Like sometimes I am gonna end up on that aisle, and I might end up, grabbing something. But again, I just don't leave it in my cart. All right, what are snacks? What are snacks? Gotta get some bags, right? I'm nowhere near perfect. So chips call my name sometimes. Cookies call my name sometimes. And when I'm not careful, I fall into temptation. And just like that, I'm off track. But then I gotta remember. Actually, I don't even need these. Keep it out my goddamn basket. So the gym isn't just a place to lift weights or break a sweat. It's my personal proving ground. I have to show up every day, or I have to show up when I show up, and I have to put in work. Some days, again, I'm not gonna push myself. But even when I don't want to push myself, I have to push myself. Other days, I'll drive right past the exit. But on them days when I feel like driving past the exit, I have to do better and not missing my exit on the freeway and getting off and taking my butt to the gym to get my workout in. So I used to think every gym session had to be perfect. I had to lift the most amount of weights I can. I have to push myself as hard as I can. If I didn't leave the gym drenched in sweat, I felt like I didn't get a good workout, or it wasn't a good workout. But like over time, I learned like none of those are the important parts of me working out. None of those are the important parts of my fitness journey. The important part, one of the most important parts, is showing up for myself. So realistically, I can show up later for myself and for others. Good example of my bad habits. I have a bad habit of starting with smaller weights than I should start for my workout. For example, these are 55. Yes, this is a heavy weight for some people, but I've been at this weight for, I want to say, 2 months now. I shouldn't be starting with this 55 no more. I should be starting with the 60s, which is exactly why I didn't finish that rep. I got to put them joints back and grab them 60s because it was too light. I got to be mindful, look at my notes, see where I was last month, notice the differences in my workout, and then actively pursue being better at those, pushing myself. So yeah. So the same thing can be said with habits. Habits are not all about motivation. Habits are about discipline. They're about showing up and being the person that you want to be at all times. And distractions are a part of life. So sometimes when I work out, I gotta take a dance break. You know what I'm saying? Other times I gotta stop and catch a breather and look around and just put my mind somewhere else for a second. And then there are times, I just gotta get up and walk and move and sway and keep myself active, keep my blood pumping, which always leads to another little dance session. So sometimes with working out, I don't push myself as hard as I can. I don't lift as heavy as I can. I get distracted, and I lose focus. I lose concentration. But like in the moments, I always gotta snap back to it. It's more than just showing up. If I show up but I don't put in any effort, did I really show up? So one of my bad habits in the gym, one of the ways I try to combat that is to always snap back to reality. You here trying to change yourself. You here trying to better yourself. You here trying to extend your life if you can. You here trying to you want to look good. So I got to keep my whys in mind whenever I'm in the gym trying to push myself so I can be better. Bad habits will make you if you don't break them. So break them. Breaking bad habits isn't easy. Nothing about it is easy. But breaking bad habits is worth it. It's valuable, no matter how small. Every small step adds compound interest to your goals, to what you're working on, especially when it comes to breaking bad habits. The key is to start small with breaking bad habits, to be consistent, and to not beat yourself up if things don't turn out perfect or the way that you wanted them. So if you're currently breaking bad habits, or if you've already broken some bad habits, leave a comment down below. I love to hear your story. Maybe we could relate. In the meantime, thank y'all for tuning in and watching this video. I'm Winston. This is IMWTV, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Deuces.